Coach, obviously it's early, but 80-plus points first two games. Just what have you liked out of the Gamecocks so far?
I like the speed at which we're playing. Like we're trying to play a little more up tempo. We're trying to convert in transition a little bit more, just to alleviate, some of the sag, the zone concepts that people are playing against us. And I like the way that we're shooting as well. I mean, I know we're not very efficient, but we're trying to take good shots. We're aware of what's good and what's bad.
This Clemson series is tied at 33 all time. What would it mean for this program to get the bragging rights and get the lead in the all-time series against them?
I think anytime that you can get, pride points, we want to do that. Obviously, I do remember the first two, though. I think we lost the first two buzzer beaters, and so it's always good. Lamont put us back on our heels by beating them last week. We gotta follow suit.
Coach, at the day Bree had at Maryland offensively, just how do you see her role in the offense continuing to grow after what she's done defensively?
She's just as calm, cool, collected, takes good shots, takes rhythm shots, and I always tell our team they need to look at Bree and see how she plays and gain confidence from just her temperament, just her experience, just her patience and her calmness and her efficiency and all of those things. And she's not defined by one thing. I think what makes her great is her experience, her confidence. Like, she knows what's supposed to be happening out there, and she's being a great leader. Like, she's talking to them and she's directing them, and so she's got an impact on our team that speaks volumes. And we try not to go too many days without letting her know how much we appreciate her.
You mentioned the speed of this team. Is that something that's kind of surprised you, or you kind of expecting to be able to play at this pace before the year started?
No, we wanted to play faster. We wanted to get the ball up quicker, just by way of passing the ball, just advancing the ball up and getting a reversal quickly, just to shift the defense, just in case we are able to capitalize in transition before people set up. And I like to address too, people talk about our offense, right? Like, our offense is bad. I think it's bad defense. Like, let's talk about the defense. If you're going to sag, the defense is horrible if you're a basketball enthusiast. So, if you want to talk how crazily it is about our offense, it's a direct, it's correlated to how we're being played. So,
Coach, you mentioned also after the game you like the pairing of Raven Johnson, Kamilla Cardoso on the court. When it comes to a chemistry like that with a guard and a big, how much of that is what you see in practice, and how much of that is just what naturally kind of plays out in the game?
Well, Kamilla and Raven play AAU basketball together, so they got chemistry, they got a connection, and Raven forces Kamilla to do some things that she just doesn't do naturally with playing with anybody else. Like, she passes the ball to a high, she passes the ball up the floor in transition, and makes her go catch and makes her go score, and she knows that. So we're intentional about making sure that they're in together, so we can get the most out of Kamilla, because I do feel like Kamilla can be extremely dominant, and domination takes it's a process. You just don't come out and be dominant. You have to be intentional as an individual to want to be that way, and then the coaches have to force her, some, and then her teammates have to put her in positions where she can see, her dominance, maybe not consistently, just in different spots. So when you look at it in film, after a game, we say, hey, this is we need more of this, and that.
Coach, with Malaysia signing last week, both your freshmen this year being South Carolina kids, just why have those local prospects been such an important part of this program the last few years?
Yeah, our program has been based on us being able to get the best local players here. We do a great job at recruiting. We do a great job at giving them what they can get outside of us, or actually we put them in position. It's more like, we've created more for them to want to stay home. We create an opportunity for them to play at the highest level, to play against great competition, to get a home cooked meal, to not go home if you don't need to go home. Like, they don't always go home, but it's a great option to be able to go home and and see mom and see friends. Sometimes it's a confidence booster. Sometimes it's just helping them understand that they're supported in and around Columbia.
Anything else for Coach?
Coach, I know Asia Wilson was in town over the weekend. I'm just curious, did you have a chance to talk to her, catch up with her at all when she was around?
Yeah, Asia Wilson got me to put on some clothes and go to the Asia Wilson Foundation Gala. And it was good to see her, and it's good to see her come home and get the flowers she most definitely deserved, just with the support that people show her. I think she did a camp at Heathwood Hall. She's got a court, a playground that was dedicated to her. So she's definitely making an impact and making a legacy of coming here to South Carolina and making sure that she's taking care of her community.
Did you get that smoke detector fixed this morning?
I changed all of it. I got the ladder working. That's the thing. The ladder was the hardest thing. The hardest. But I was patient. Figured it out. I changed all of them. I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
I really am proud of myself.
It is.
Thank you.
All right.